Hey guys, coming to you live from my garden. I thought I'd do a little video on the different types of pest control I use and also the different types of fertilizer I use. Obviously this is not an exhaustive list, this is only what I currently have experience with, and there are other things that I would like to try as I move through my gardening years, I guess we'll say. So I'm going to start with pest control. So the biggest pests that I have in my garden is rabbits and deer, and now chipmunks are becoming more of an issue here. I don't really prefer to do something that's going to like kill the animal. I'm not really into that. So the best defense that I have done is putting up what's called bird netting, because birds actually are another bad pest of mine, especially with my berries. It's just like a roll of black netting that's kind of like this sort of material, and I put it over my gardens, I put it over my pots, whatever I need to protect, and for the most part that has really helped me. I did have an issue away from the mammal type pests. I don't generally need to do anything for bug control, because in my opinion the best pest control for bugs in a garden is the gardener. If I'm out here every day and I notice things are going wrong with my plants, I can be here and I can pick it off. It's called mechanical pest control, when you're the one hand picking the bugs off of your plants. Now, I will say I'm not foolproof. Last year I lost both of my squash and zucchini plants to squash vine borers, and they were doing really well. I've gotten a couple pieces of fruit off them, and next thing you know the plant died because it lays its eggs, it bores in the stem and bores up and kills the plant, and there is nothing you can do. So this year, one of the things I'm trying, I have to be careful, is Diatomaceous Earth. This is an organic pest control sort of substance. Essentially, it affects all your soft-bodied insects. What they do is they ingest it and it sort of shreds them from the inside out. But having said that, even though it's relatively safe, you still need to wear protective facial coverings, protect your eyes. I wash my hands immediately afterwards because I don't want to get it on myself either. I put this around in a couple areas yesterday, and the first thing that I tried to protect is my eggplant, because it was covered with flea beetles, which is the first time I've ever seen those. And I haven't seen a single flea beetle since I did that. So fingers crossed that's good. But one of the other pests it says it does is ants. I have a lot of ants, which generally ants are not really bad for the garden. They're not fun, but they aerate your soil and they do help pollinate. So it's not essential to kill them because they're not really hurting your crops. Generally what they're doing is they're farming aphids. So aphids are tiny, tiny little sap-sucking insects that come in a variety of colors and things, that the ants will actually like put them where they want them, because what they secrete is honeydew, in other words their excrement, which is like sugary sweet, and the ants love to eat that. So they will farm the aphids into specific areas just so they can take the honeydew from the aphids. So I was hoping it would help with that, because I found one of my stressed cucumber plants were covered with aphids being farmed by ants, and I put the Diatomaceous Earth on it, but I looked today and there's still aphids and ants. See the aphids? Oops. There's some under here. There you go. There is ants farming aphids on my cucumber. So I don't know if it just hasn't had a chance to like work yet, or if it doesn't really work for those sort of situations. So I'm gonna give it a shot, see how it goes. Another one that I haven't tried before is called spinosad. That's better for like potato beetles, things like that. I personally have not had an issue with them, so I haven't had a reason to buy it yet, but that will probably be the next thing I try. The other control I use sometimes is neem oil. So neem oil is supposed to be a good natural fungicide, insecticide, miticide sort of product. It should be killing the eggs, larvae, and adults of all status, or of all stages. I have used this to try and get rid of aphids, mealyworms, that sort of stuff when it's in my house. I have not had a huge amount of success. I don't think that I'm doing it right. So I don't really want to blame the product, because if you spray it once a month and just hope it does something, it's probably not helping. So if I were to actually follow the instructions and use it more diligently, it might actually help. I just wanted to go over some of the things I use for pest control. Thanks for watching.